Yo, 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 welcome to Stickman Reads. Today's book is a wonderful story about a girl who helps her dad do something really, really incredible, and that is take care of a lighthouse. And it's called Courage Like Kate. And it's written by Anna Crowley Redding, and Emily Sutton is the illustrator. And Ava really enjoys our book today. You guys ready? Courage Like Kate. And I love the illustrations because they're in watercolor. Fayerweather Island had seen blustery, bone-chilling blizzards. It had seen rip-roaring rising tides and wicked wind-swept waves. Yet it had never seen a pint-sized hurricane until 5-year-old Kate Moore claimed that tiny island as her own. And there she is right there with her daddy. I love these pictures. Look how well, look. Right, Emily Sutton did a wonderful job with the waves and the water. Lighthouse. It may not have been more than a sliver of sand rock slicing through the surf, but there was room for a garden, farm animals, and best of all, a lighthouse. And Papa was the new lighthouse keeper. Kate was supposed to be the lighthouse keeper's daughter, but Kate thought of herself as Papa's assistant. Look at this. Look at the ships that they drew. Emily Sutton is a great illustrator. She deserves a chef's kiss.
No, she deserves a trophy.
A trophy, she does. Wherever Papa went, so did Kate. Whatever Papa did, so did Kate. She learned how to sow and grow a garden, shepherd and shear the sheep, milk the cows, collect the eggs, and catch rainwater for drinking. And when greedy gales grabbed gobs of sand, that's called alliteration. When you've got a lot of words that start with a lot of words that start with the same letter all together. When greedy gales grabbed gobs of sand to steal Fayerweather back into the sound, Kate planted tree after tree to root her island in rock. Look at all these different things that they did. I think the hardest thing that for me that I would do is probably milking a cow, because that just seems hard.
I think this would be hard for me, but I think this would be easy for me to do this.
Collect eggs.
Yeah, because
Milk the cow.
Because I once carried a square basket, and we went to the chicken coop house.
Oh yeah.
When we had a sleepover at Kayla's house, and we collected eggs.
With Nyla.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
By the time Kate turned 12, there was still one job she had not conquered: tending the lighthouse alone. You see it? And truth be told, those 33 steps, spiraling stairs up the lighthouse tower, took their toll on Papa's body. Captain Moore needed Kate's help. Kate knew the walk was dark, the work was difficult, and the weather was treacherous. You know what treacherous means? What do you think treacherous? The work was difficult and the weather was treacherous.
The weather was treacherous.
Yeah, treacherous means dangerous. You could be harmed by it.
So.
She knew the lighthouse's staircase was torturous, which means like it made her feel pain. She knew the wee hours were tedious. Each dangerous duty was everything that little girls in the 1800s were not supposed to do. After all, women were told they were absolutely, positively not capable of such bravery, courage, or strength. Little girls were supposed to be ladylike, not lighthouse keepers. But Kate thought about her father, and she thought about the ships under sail that needed the light for safety. And that's when she traded in her skirt for a pair of pants and got to work. Kate may have not been the official lighthouse keeper. She was the girl for the job. I love that fireplace.
Me too. In the grandfather clock.
Mm-hmm. Clutching her lantern, Kate felt the sting of salt spray hit her eyes. Did you hear that alliteration? Sting, salt, spray. It took 600 steps to make it from the keeper's house to the tower. Kate searched the dark for the rickety wooden walkway that led to the lighthouse. The glow of her lamplight revealed ice-coated planks. One wrong move and Kate would fall off the boards and into the icy water, sloshing beneath her feet. Tap. She felt for her next step. Tap, tap. Check out this right here. Kate pried open the heavy door of the lighthouse and filled her bucket with whale oil. Clang, clang, clang. Stepping on every iron tread, her ice-cold feet set the rhythm for her climb. She lugged the heavy bucket in one hand and carried her lantern in the other, all the way to the top. Clang, clang. Have you guys ever climbed the lighthouse?
No, yeah.
We sure have. And it took a long time, didn't it?
It took 100 steps.
There were a lot of steps. Woo. Kate eyed the ladder hanging from the ceiling. One last climb. Hooking the pail in the crook of her arm, Kate wrestled her way up each rung until she reached the trap door. She pushed it open, crawled inside the lantern room. Waves thundered. Windows rattled. Kate poured whale oil onto all 8 lamps. So look, this is how they would keep the lights going in the lighthouse. And parents, this is what I love to do, is I love to point out the different details that your kiddos might miss. So she had to pour, Kate, 12 years old, had to pour oil into 8 lanterns and then snip, snip, snip. She trimmed the wicks as the thick cotton string soaked up the oil. So there she is. She's having to snip all 8 wicks that are feeding the whale oil to make the light burn. And then Kate set them alight. All these things she's having to do in the middle of the darkness. The burning white light chased away shadows, illuminated ship-crushing rocks, and pointed the way to safe harbor. So now that she was able to do that, look at the light. The light is shining out to help these ships that are sailing in the middle of the night. It helps them see where they're going, and they don't possibly shipwreck. All because of Kate. All because of this little girl. Kate retraced her each shaky step all the way home.
After you counted it.
Crawling into bed, Kate knew it was just for a nap. She had 3 more trips to make. After all, to keep the light ablaze, the oil would need to be refilled every 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
She had to get up multiple times in the middle of the night. But for some nights, the fierce fury of storms pushed howling winds through every nook and cranny of the tower, snuffing out the light after Kate kindled the flames. Kate had no choice but to sit next to the lanterns all night long, relighting them each time the wind turned the lighthouse dark. She trained her ear to listen. No matter how loud the squawk of an osprey, the shriek of a gale, or the roar of the waves, Kate could hear even the faintest cry for help. Night after night, launching her boat into the black water, she rowed toward those cries. Papa had taught her how to handle an oar better than any man could. So look, now she's rowing her boat out in the middle of the stormy sea, all the ocean. She's having to row out to go rescue sailors that had shipwrecked. This 12-year-old girl doing that on her own. Time after time, miles from shore, Kate raced to pull men to safety. Papa had taught her how to keep the boat steady when snatching seamen from swirling swells. Did you hear that? Snatching seamen, swirling swells? That's another example of alliteration. The author does that very well on this story. Year after year, she sailed wind-whipped seas and clambered over ice-covered rocks to save half-frozen shipwrecked survivors. Papa had taught her how to nurse them back to health. Each time, the men could hardly believe it. They had been saved from death by a woman. Word of the rescues hit newspapers across the country. Heroic, they called her. Heart of a lion, they said. Look at that.
Like Jesus.
That's exactly like it. One fall day, at almost 100 years old, Papa died. Now completely alone, Kate could not imagine leaving her island. Kate wanted to carry on her work. So she applied for Papa's job to become the official lighthouse keeper of Fayerweather Island. For 47 years, she had grown the gardens, sheared the sheep, milked the cows, tended the light, and saved lives. And now, Kate worried, wondered, and waited for word. Worried, wondered, waited, word. That Christmas, Kate's name hit the newspapers once again. Read all about it! Kate Moore was finally appointed the official lighthouse keeper of Fayerweather island. I love looking at this picture because it shows how people dressed when she was living.
Daddy, guess what? It sounded like they were singing. Rita found it.
Is that funny?
Yeah.
So she had always been the woman for the job. And look at that, now she's reading newspaper and she's on that island taking care of all that stuff, including the lighthouse. And here is the last page. And the 23 sailors Kate had plucked from death owed their lives to the once pint-sized heroine who climbed that tiny island as her own. And there she is at the top of the lighthouse.
Claimed, not climbed.
Climbed. And this is the back matter, parents. This is great because it tells you different facts about this real true person named Kate Moore. And it also, my favorite part of the back matter is the section about author's note and how the author Anna Crowley got the inspiration to write the story. Read all about it. Kate, courage like Kate. And there's a boat. Yeah. So, hey, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure that you like and subscribe to Stick Man Reads. We've got plenty of more books, especially great, awesome books that are about true stories. And we'll see you next time. Y'all say bye.